Hello, welcome to NBA Summer League Tonight. I'm Bryan Salmond. Folks, it was down to the final game. After 82 games, all 30 teams in the NBA here for the very first time, it got down to the Portland Trail Blazers and the Los Angeles Lakers. Just like it was last season, the Lakers rode a 12-game winning streak coming into the championship game tonight. And folks, the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. A nice-sized crowd inside the Thomas & Mack. And before the game, Lakers' Josh Hart was awarded the Summer League MVP after averaging 24 points per game. And unfortunately for Laker fans, he saved his worst game for his last game. 0 for 6 from three-point range, numerous air balls, and just 12 points and an ejection for arguing a call in the fourth quarter. The Lakers as a whole played their worst game as a team. 3 for 21 from long range, while the Blazers, well, they weren't tons better, but they're good enough. They did shoot 49% from the field, while the Lakers shot just 39%. All that added up to a 91-73 Summer League championship to the Portland Trail Blazers and a championship MVP trophy to KJ McDaniels.
I was really pleased with how we played, not how well we played. Obviously, it was a good week, but more importantly, we're going to have 6 guys from this team who are going to be on our team, and it was how they came together, how they played. They shared the ball. It was different guys, different nights. So it was very encouraging.
So McDaniel gets the MVP. A righteous choice, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He had 17 points, 7 boards. It was a fairly even scoring. They had 6 guys in double figures, but he stood a little bit above them. But it was a fairly even deal because no one really truly stood out. But yeah, he definitely deserved it.
I would agree with that. And Zach Collins, he got a chance to win a NBA Summer League title here in his hometown. Didn't have the greatest of games, but he still won that title, and he thought it was a pretty important title.
Yeah, and he played in this game last year when the Lakers beat Portland, and the fact that it's in his hometown, I think, does mean a lot to him. His family's sitting right in front of us, so it definitely meant a lot. It wasn't, personally the best night for him. He fouled out, he only played 17 minutes, but I'm sure he's real thrilled for his team.
Yeah, and catching up with him after the game, he talked about what it meant to him to win a championship here inside the Thomas & Mack in his hometown.
Oh, it feels great, man. Anytime you can play at home, it's the best feeling in the world. So, now I get to go home and hang out with my family and friends, and that's the best feeling in the world. So, I'm really glad we got to do it. And, we had a goal this year, and it's to come and win this whole thing, and we got it done. So, our young core and the guys that we did it with, we're excited about the future.
Okay, enough about the team that actually won the championship here. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Lakers.
Or the people care about.
Yeah. Or the Las Vegas Lakers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Clearly it was a pro crowd here inside the Thomas & Mack, right?
Oh, it has been for like a week and a half now, but you expect that. So it was a disappointing. It was a great turnout. The whole lower bowl was pretty much filled. I saw some people even in the upper bowl. Yeah, it was tremendous.
Yeah, and a good turnout for stars, so to speak. Magic Johnson was here. We had Lance Stevenson here. Even had another one of the Lakers teammates, the Michael Jackson look-like. What's that kid's name?
Brandon Ingram. Yep. That's right. Yeah. Even the GM was there, Rob Pelinka. And Luke Walton came walking in.
That's right. They're all here. Right. And what they witnessed their team having a terrible game, I guess the worst time.
Right.
What did you think? I mean, was it more so the Lakers playing terribly or the Blazers playing very well, or I guess a combination of both?
Yeah, I think it was a combination. This is definitely the Lakers' worst game, and Josh Hart just looked tired to me. Last night he had, 37, I think it was. 37. And he just, he played with such great energy last night. It was a double overtime game. You got to wonder the accumulation of games with going so long last night. Maybe just caught up to him because it looked like his legs just weren't there, and it seemed like almost like the Lakers went as he went, and when he didn't have it, no one else really stepped up for him.
Yeah, and he won the MVP. It was almost a game like when someone wins a Heisman Trophy and they end up playing in the national championship game. They usually don't play all that well. Josh Hart did win the MVP. We actually caught up with him after the game to talk about him winning the MVP trophy, him not playing so well, and actually he got ejected as well.
Yeah, not good.
I mean, they played tough, but we missed shots. We missed open shots. We missed shots we made all week, contested or uncontested. That same foul was called 3 times on Jeff Ayers, and it's just consistency. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
So let's see, 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Was there like 5,000 people in here tonight?
They asked about close to 9, which is about right. Yeah.
Wow.
And for the whole 12 days, they drew close to 140,000, set a record, obviously a new record.
As opposed to an old record.
As opposed to an old record. Yeah. And they actually broke the record yesterday. They broke it yesterday by about 3,000 or so because last year was an 11-day event. This year is 12. So even on average crowd, they wound up having the largest average crowd. So, yeah, that's exactly what they wanted.
And you talked to Warren Legary. I talked to him as well. Even talked to Isaiah Thomas about this. The fact that all 30 teams are here for the very first time. He thought that he had to think that this was a success, the Summer League this season.
Oh, he did. In fact, I remember asking him last year, how do you follow this up with Lonzo and the Lakers? You know, it seemed that was a natural draw. And he said last year he wasn't worried about it. Well, I guess he was right not to be worried. But I will say this, having the Lakers do well again is huge. If they weren't playing tonight, I don't think you would have seen this kind of crowd. So, you know, they are a little dependent on the Lakers, and I do think it will do well. Even if the Lakers don't do well, it may not just be as good as you saw tonight.
No, you're right. And if the Lakers don't get to the championship game, as long as you have Mark Anderson, sports reporter at the Review-Journal, everything's good, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, this event can't function without me.
We can't function without you. It's been a very good 12 days for the NBA Summer League. Mark Anderson, sports reporter at the Review-Journal. Bryan Salmond, thank you for joining us for all 12 days. This is NBA Summer League Tonight. We'll see you next year.